All right, welcome to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Joining us tonight is Destiny. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you very much.
It's great. That's great. All right, there we go. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from a small town that no one's probably ever heard of in Western Mass.
Oh, really? Try us.
Yes. I grew up in Orange, Mass.
Okay, I've never.
Yeah, no, never heard of that.
You're
so
right. You're
it's
right.
the closest I could say is it's between Springfield, Mass, and Worcester.
Okay.
It's kind of a middle.
A bit open. That's not that west.
Yeah.
It's like Central Mass, maybe.
See, Worcester is more Central Mass, and
Okay.
then you gotta go
So it's
about
like
an hour past that.
Midwest Massachusetts.
Yes, middle of the woods.
Okay.
Middle of the woods, Massachusetts. That's what
Nice.
you could call it.
Okay, great. So what are you up to these days?
I go to school. I'm almost done. I'm
What are you
working,
studying?
Business.
Okay, nice.
I'm working towards a business degree.
Is there like a specialty?
Not a specialty, no. And I actually don't. The ultimate question is, what do you want to do after college? That's the number one question.
Right.
I don't know. I've loved all my classes. I like what I'm going to school for. I like business a lot.
Okay.
I don't know what business I'm going to go into, but
Did you want to work at a business, or you want to like start a business?
I want to work at one.
Okay.
I don't want to own my own. I want to run a different one.
Okay.
I want to run somebody else's.
Okay, that's nice. Have you had like business experiences?
Yes, Steph. I've done a lot of like administrative assistant positions and personal assistant positions. So
Okay.
my previous job, my boss owned a bunch of businesses himself, and I was his assistant.
Oh, perfect.
So I've seen
Great
a lot of
learning
firsthand
opportunity,
of how to do it, and
Yeah.
and I like being the second-hand man. I don't want to be the,
Okay.
I like being the second-hand man.
Okay. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I think that's the most important positions. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the executive officer. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So if anybody is looking to hire a business person,
Yes.
here's Destiny right here.
I'm your girl.
Yeah, we should do like a whole interview business show,
Yeah.
job applicant show,
Yeah. If you need anyone, I'm
If
your
you need
girl.
anyone, yeah, there you go. So what would you like to work on tonight with hypnosis?
Tonight I have I would say two, but there's a couple more, but two specific deaths that I've had in my life that since they've happened, I feel as though I cannot move on with my life.
Okay.
I feel as though I'm just living because that's what you do. You just have to get up every day and do, you just have to live your life, even though those people are gone. But I've had multiple dreams about both of them. They come to me in my dreams, and I feel as though I don't know how to deal with them not being here anymore. Me being able to live my life and them not being able to.
Okay. So I'm just going to like keep talking, and you just share what you feel comfortable sharing.
Okay.
And yeah, if something comes up and you rather not share this on public television, you can just politely pass on it.
Yeah.
Can you describe those relationships for me?
One of them was my grandmother,
Okay.
who I was very, very close with. I lived with her for a part of my time in high school.
Okay.
When I was younger, I lived with her for a long time. She was more, I know a lot of people, people have grandparents and they pass away as they get older, and it's a very common thing, but for some reason, I just feel like I was so close with her to that when she got sick, she got cancer, she passed away of cancer, and so it wasn't like, she got hit by a car and one day she was gone. We knew it was going to happen, but I think I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe that she was going to pass away, so I just believed, like, she's going to get through it. She's going to get through it and she'll be okay, and then so I maybe distanced myself a little because I just didn't want to accept that, and then it happened. So it was just like, it leaves you with all these things, like, should I have been around more? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? I don't know. And then I find myself now I'm like, I just want her guidance, and I want, like, what should I do? And she would have the answers, but then now she's away. And then the second person was my best friend. We were best friends since we were probably 9 or 10 years old. We went to first and second grade together. And all the way through that. I probably met her in the first grade, and we were friends until the day that she passed away. We had a little bit of a falling out maybe about a year before she passed, and I was very, very stubborn and didn't talk to her for a little while. But I always loved her with all my heart, and we talked numerous times after the falling out. We hung out, and we kind of patched things up, and things were okay. But then she passed, and it's like, I think to myself, like, she has a daughter who's about to be 6 years old now. And it's just, I just think, like, why would that happen to her and not me? And why? That's somebody that I grew up my whole life with, planning our lives. And this is what we're going to do. You know, we're going to graduate high school, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And then she, you know, she didn't get a terminal illness. She died in a car accident. She was just driving her vehicle one day with her younger cousin, who also has a daughter the same age.
Oh, and that's very tragic.
Yeah, they got into a very tragic accident that is, I think to myself every day, like, why, you know, why do those things happen to people?
Okay.
I don't know why that would happen to her. And I just feel like those two things, I haven't got over them. I think to myself every day, just like, why? Like, why would that happen to somebody?
How much time has passed since
my grandmother passed away 2 years ago, and my best friend passed away 1.
Okay, so this is rather recent.
Yeah.
And so do you feel that these deaths how does this affect you in your daily routine?
In my daily routine, I think number one, like my grandmother, like I said, there's times that almost every day I want to call her and say, what should I do about this? Or, you know, what should I do? Or I want her advice, or I want her opinion on things, or I just want to hear her stories of what happened to her, and I can't do that. So then I think like I don't have anybody else to console and about those things. And it's almost the same way with my best friend, because even though we didn't talk that much in the last, few months of her life, like I said, she was one of my oldest friends. I was friends with her since I was probably 10 years old, less than that. So there's things that it's like, she knew me better than anybody else in the world. So I find myself from day to day, I want to talk to those people specifically about things, and I can't. And certain things I don't understand. One thing I think to myself a lot, which is probably not a lot of people think about these things, and it's probably pretty graphic, but I think about things like there's people in this world who wake up with ill intention. Like there's serial killers and murders and rapists and people who like to, they like to do very wrong things. There's rapists, people in this world who do like to do things like that, but then my grandmother gets taken away. Or, this girl who and her cousin, her and her cousin both get taken away from their family and from their daughters. So now their daughters get to grow up with no mother. But then there's people who can walk the street who want to touch little girls. Like, why does that happen?
Okay.
Like, I don't know how the world works like that.
How often does these thoughts come to you?
Regularly. I would say on a weekly basis.
Weekly? And how do you feel when these thoughts come to you? Okay, so just take one. So we only have half an hour here, mm-hmm. So, and the point of this session is to make you feel better. Mm-hmm. And so, at any point, so there's some things that I have to do as a hypnotherapist sitting here that are in accordance to what is researched and best practiced. Okay. So I may not sound like your best friend.
Yeah.
At some time, I may seem, a lot of people would complain that about their therapists for sounding insensitive. But according to research, there are things that we don't want to talk too much about. So we're going to focus this session on helping you feel better.
Okay.
And so okay, let's just move on, right? And when was the last time you have that? So would we agree that those line of questioning bothers you a lot?
Yes.
Do you find yourself thinking about those thoughts voluntary, or it just come to you?
It just comes.
When was the last time, pick one or the other, that thought come to you? What was the occasion? What was happening?
Maybe like, I want to say last week, I saw in the news that a drunk driver hit and killed a pregnant woman.
Okay.
So he was drunk and driving. He hit another woman who was pregnant, and her unborn child passed away. And he served 5 years in jail.
Okay.
So then I just thought about it.
So when you watched the news, was there did you feel something and then those questions come to you, or
yes?
What did you feel before those questions come to you?
Anger. Like, why does this woman and her unborn child get to lose their life, and this person only loses 5 years of their life? Why is that fair?
Okay. But do you feel, what else do you feel? So that is more like a line of reasoning. So do you get what I'm saying, right? So I think we're on the right track here. I'm not saying you did right or wrong, but we're looking for, maybe there's like an emotions. Like what does how about this? How does your body feel before that line of reasoning comes to you?
Upset, maybe.
Describe the bodily sensation.
The bodily sensation is probably like, it almost makes you feel depressed in a way where it's like, I could just lay in my bed all day. I don't have the feeling to get up and do anything with myself or move on with my life. I could just forget about everything.
So that sensation comes, and then you ask those questions.
Yeah.
And tell me if I'm right or wrong. This is always the same sequence.
Yes.
Okay. So it sounded like, well, we can both agree that it is, you haven't gotten over it, right?
Yeah.
And did you have a chance to feel sad?
Yes.
Okay.
When my grandmother passed, the day that I found out, I was at work, or I was on my way to work actually. And the day that it happened, I think I was on the train on my way to work, and I just told myself, like, just go to work and just don't even think about it. Just focus on work and do what you have to do. So that whole day, that's what I did. Okay. I went to work and I didn't think about it at all. I was just at work, focused on only that, and did that. And then it was like, once I got home, I had a second to be like, this is what happened today.
Okay. And
then it kind of set in, like, wow, this actually happened. And the same thing with my other friend. I think I just, with her, it was a little different. When I found out, it was like, okay, I have to go back home to my hometown now immediately. Okay. And with my grandmother, it was a push off. It was like, okay, let me focus on something else first, right, and then that.
Right. So you see what I'm trying to get at is that you never really feel the way you're supposed to feel.
Yeah. I went to work and just said,
Right.
just think about work instead.
Right.
Think about this instead. Think about this instead. And then one day it's like, wow.
And why do you think you do that?
Because you don't want to be sad. You don't want, you can say, I can think about this and just be sad and, cry every day, all day, or I can put it in the back of my mind and think about something else. So you can only do that for so
do you
long.
see the correlations between what happened more recently, the line of question that you ask yourself, and your immediate reaction after you got the news?
Yeah.
So in a way, there's nothing we can do about what happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like the only thing you can do about it, we are just focusing on you right now, is try to work your day with a routine, or ask yourself, try to work up some emotions through reasoning, right? So in a way, you are you're avoiding a feeling using your thoughts or your action, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that since both of those happened, I've done numerous things to just mask that pain or ignore it rather than face it.
Right. So you can, in a way, you can see how you are still holding on to it through the when you ask why these things happened, it is to give you some kind of power and control.
Yeah, it's to try to reason with myself.
And to avoid, or consciously or unconsciously, avoid feeling a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we are running a little bit short of time. If I have a magic wand here, and I can just, touch your shoulder and everything will become better, let's just say better, after tonight's session, how would you see yourself differently?
If that could happen, if you could just put a little spell over me, if that's the way the world worked, then I would wake up tomorrow with a comforting reasoning of how to live my life without those people, and how to accept, I would wake up and just say, this happened and that's it. It happened and you just have to move on and live your life. And then I would feel comfortable doing that. I think lately I feel like I do that because I don't have any other choice, because I'm not dead and they are. So I wake up and live my life, and that's what I do.
And let's take like baby steps, right? When you wake up tomorrow and you want to have a perfect day, now those memories will always be alive within us, and we are not trying to erase that memory or their presence in our life in any ways, right? But how would you feel differently from, I don't know what time you wake up, 2 in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, no.
Like I don't know, like 9 in the morning to like 8 at night. How would your day be different emotionally?
If I could feel better?
Yes. Just describe it. It doesn't have to be ideal.
I would just wake up happier. I would wake up with a sense of comfort.
Okay.
I would wake up with a comfortableness, and just that's it. I would wake up with a sense of comfort in my life instead of a void. Have you used that word before to describe moving forward? Probably not. Okay, so it's a breakthrough. Yeah, probably not. Okay. So what we're about to do is hypnosis. You will not be unconscious at any time. So it's not like a knockout kind of thing. There's no sleeping gas. Although that would be kind of fun. Yeah, yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, for insomnia people. So you want to be knockout anyways. You'll still be aware of what's
happening around you. It will just be like right before you fall asleep. You'll still be aware what's happening, but you may just go with the flow of your unconscious, subconscious brainwave. Okay. And also, don't try to go into hypnosis. It's kind of like trying to fall asleep. The more you try to fall asleep, the harder it is. Yeah, so just relax and follow my instructions.
Okay.
I would just like you to hold out your hand like this, parallel. Okay, just extend it all the way out and have it parallel to your lap. Can I touch you? I would like you to just very slowly, very lightly press down on my finger right here. Take a deep breath in. And whenever you're ready, I want you to focus your eyes on this ring right here. Good.
My grandmother's ring.
As soon as your palm touches your knee, I want you to just close your eyes and let your mind drift. As soon as you close your eyes, I want you to imagine yourself on a calm, quiet beach. As soon as you close your eyes, you can feel the warm ray of the sun on your cheek, on your eyelids, on your nose. Good. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your shoulders and the center of your body. And you can feel the hot, moist sand underneath your feet and between your toes. That's right. And just feel this warm, comforting sensation. Allow your mind and body bathe in this warm sunlight. Good. And allow yourself to just keep your eyes closed for now. And as you realize your eyes is completely closed, all the images of this beach feels 100 times more vivid. All the sound and sensations feeling 100 times more vivid. Good. Good. And just allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into the softness of the cushion behind you. That's right. And just let go of all the stress that you may be holding on right now. That's right. Just let go. Let go. If you're holding on to any stress in your joints, with your fingers, or your eyelids, or your shoulders, just let it go. Good. Just let yourself go and sink deeper and deeper. That's right. Just let go of all the tension that you may be holding on to your fingers. Just let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. That's right. Good. Good. And just feel yourself completely immersed in your subconscious mind right now. And as you do, you'll find an aura of white light that just flows from the top of your head, through the center of your body, down to your knees and thighs and calves and toes. Just feel this current of white light flows through your mind and your body, rinsing out all the negativity. In the past, we've talked about how you're holding on to some negativity. You're holding on to some way to explain what happened in the past. And you and I know that it is time to move on. Time to just let go of the baggage that you impose onto yourself and nothing else. Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. And whatever you're holding on, you are using your subconscious mind to hold on to those baggages. It is time to let go, let go, let go, and just feel your entire body feeling relaxed. Feel all your joints relaxing. Just feel a ton of brake been lifting from your back. Just feel a ton of brake has been lifting from your mind and your nose and your hair. With every breath you take, you can just continue to let go of all the negative thoughts and all the baggages that you're holding on. Now, both you and I have talked about earlier that we both agree that it is time to accept what happens. And from now on, you will know that the memory of the past and the people that you love will always be with you. You don't have to consciously carry them every day. Good. And just continue to allow your body to relax and allow whatever that you're willingly and subconsciously holding on. Just continue to let it go, let it go, let it go. And just feel a sense of lightness flowing through you. Just feel your shoulders feeling lighter. Just feel your joints feeling lighter. Just feel your knees and toes feeling lighter and your eyes feeling lighter. Good. As you let go of all the discomfort. And in return, you feel this warm, comforting sensation washing over you. That's right. And this warm, comforting sensation will continue to flow through you long after our session is over. That's right. And tomorrow when you wake up, you will have a big smile on your face. You're feeling a lot lighter, feeling like a ton of baggage has been left behind. And you are willing and happy to continue to move on with those memories of the past continue to be with you at the same time. You're moving on to all the new aspects in your life and becoming this new you. This new you who is always happy, comfort, and delighted. You'll find all your senses being more acute, your thoughts being more clear, your mood being more uplifted. And you'll continue this happy, ongoing, joyous, comforting mood all day and all night. And this continued happy thoughts will continue to renew itself on and on and on, forever and ever and ever. I'm going to count from 1 to 10. When I reach number 10, you can come back to this room feeling great, feeling like you've just slept for the last 12 hours, happy, joyous, and feeling comforted. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a deep breath in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whenever you're ready. 10. Feels good, doesn't it? This is all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for coming. This is Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Joins us next week on CCTV Channel 9, Cambridge. All right, we're after the show here with Destiny. How are you feeling?
I feel relaxed.
Okay.
I feel rejuvenated a little bit.
Mm-hmm. How does it feel as you were going into hypnosis? Could you remember touching my finger at the center of your palm?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I brought myself back to a time not that long ago when I was in Florida, laying on the beach by myself. And I just thought of that time, just laying on the beach and listening to the waves, and a really serene state of mind.
Great. And as you were going deeper into hypnosis, what kind of sensation goes through your mind or your body?
I felt relaxing, almost, forgiving is the wrong word, but I felt like I was thinking about the things that have been troubling me, and I felt like, as I'm picturing myself on the beach laying down and being comfortable and having those kind of vibes come over me, I felt like I had the things that I'm thinking about just kind of coincide with each other.
Okay.
Like the things that I'm thinking about and the way that I was feeling, it's just like, it's kind of, it's okay. It's okay to be comfortable, and it's okay to be relaxed.
Okay. Have you felt that way before?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, so this is the first time in a few years that you allow yourself to feel this way.
Yeah.
Okay. And then as you go deeper into hypnosis, what kind of things go through your mind?
I felt like the things that were on my mind that are troubling me, I felt like I was relaxed in my own state, and those people that I'm thinking of were kind of, not that they were condoling, but they were almost like, it's okay for you to be comfortable, and it's okay for you to move on and feel happy. And I just kind of felt like an acceptance.
Okay.
Felt like an acceptance from both sides, from mine and theirs.
Okay. And have you felt that way before?
No.
Okay. So you feel something different.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you drove here, on your way here, when you first thought about coming into this show and doing hypnosis, is this what you have been expecting, a hypnosis experience?
Not, I guess I wouldn't say what I was expecting, but what I was hoping for.
Okay.
There's been a lot of things that I've wanted to go to psychiatric mediums or different things like that. I've wanted to do a lot of things to try to put myself at ease.
Okay.
The situation, but I haven't done anything, and I think I just didn't think too much about it, but I think that then I just, I thought about it in a sense differently than I did before.
Okay. And would you recommend this experience to everybody?
Definitely.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for coming. Hopefully we can see you
Yes.
back here in a few weeks.
Thank you for having me.
Give us an update.
Definitely.